You're watching Netrush Report, your home for the biggest tennis stories, emotional controversies, and the behind-the-scenes drama shaking up the ATP and WTA tours. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a single moment from the world of tennis. When it comes to Czech women's tennis, few nations can match the sheer depth of talent they've produced in recent years. We're talking about a golden generation, Karolina Pliskova, once the world #1 back in 2017. Barbara Krejcikova, a two-time singles Grand Slam champion. Katerina Siniakova, one of the best doubles players of her era. And of course, Marketa Vondrousova, the 2023 Wimbledon champion. But behind that glittering lineup of success, something darker has been brewing. Because this week, Marketa Vondrousova made headlines. Not for her tennis, but for calling out one of her own. Yes, you heard that right. Vondrousova went after none other than Karolina Pliskova, her Billie Jean King Cup teammate, after Pliskova publicly doubted the legitimacy of Vondrousova's latest injury. Let's break it down. The tension started quietly, almost innocently. Both Vondrousova and Karolina Pliskova, another Czech star who's had her share of injury struggles, were drawn to play each other twice during the Asian swing this year. First, they met in the Ningbo Open first round. Pliskova came out on top, 6-4, 6-3. A solid win, but nothing unusual. Then came Tokyo, at the Japan Open. And that's where everything fell apart. Pliskova was leading 6-2, 1-0, when Vondrousova suddenly retired. Fans were left puzzled. Why stop so early in the second set? Was it serious? Was it tactical? At first, it seemed like one of those unfortunate but common WTA moments, a precautionary retirement to prevent further damage. But then Karolina Pliskova chimed in. During her break from professional tennis, after being sidelined for over a year due to her own injuries, Pliskova started a podcast where she's been unfiltered about tennis life, players, and locker room culture. And in her latest episode, she decided to take aim at Vondrousova. Pliskova said, quote, "Sometimes, I just don't get it. You're down one set, a game into the second, and suddenly you retire. Unless it's something catastrophic, finish the match. Show some fight." Those words may have seemed casual, maybe even meant as commentary. But in tennis, especially among national teammates, words like that sting. Especially when they come from a player who, not too long ago, knew exactly what it felt like to be sidelined by injury and questioned by others. And for Vondrousova, that was one comment too many. Vondrousova didn't stay silent. She took to her Instagram story, resharing Pliskova's comments with a clear message calling her out. Her post read, "You, of all people, should understand. Sometimes, it's just impossible to continue. You've been there." That one line sent Czech tennis fans into chaos. Because Vondrousova wasn't just defending herself. She was reminding everyone that Pliskova's criticism was deeply hypocritical. Let's not forget, Pliskova herself spent over a year away from the WTA circuit after sustaining an injury at the 2024 US Open. She missed nearly an entire season, fighting her way back through pain and rehabilitation. So, to publicly question another player's pain threshold or decision to protect their body, that didn't sit right with Vondrousova or with many fans. Now, this drama isn't just about two individuals. It's causing ripples inside the Czech Billie Jean King Cup team, which has long been known for its unity and collective strength. Imagine this, a squad filled with Grand Slam champions and top-tier talents, but now, simmering with internal tension. It's not the first time we've seen cracks in team chemistry. Back in 2023, there were already whispers of friction between senior players and the younger generation, especially around training commitments and communication styles. But this feels personal. Because it's not just about tennis performance. It's about respect. Pliskova, as a veteran and former world #1, has often seen herself as a leader within the Czech camp. But Vondrousova, now a Grand Slam champion herself, has earned her own voice and reputation. So when Pliskova indirectly implied that Marketa quit too easily, it wasn't taken as constructive criticism. It was taken as an attack from above, from someone who should have known better. Let's pause for a second and talk about what's really at the heart of this issue, the brutal reality of injuries in tennis. Vondrousova, like Pliskova, has been battling physical issues for years. She missed major tournaments, had wrist surgeries, and fought her way back onto the tour again and again. And that's what made her 2023 Wimbledon victory so emotional, because it felt like redemption after years of pain and setbacks. So when someone like Pliskova, who hasn't even fully returned to her own peak form, questions her decision to retire mid-match, it hits deep. Fans immediately took sides. Some defended Pliskova, arguing that she was simply speaking as a competitor, encouraging mental toughness and resilience. But others, the majority, sided with Vondrousova, because in modern tennis, pushing through pain can mean career-ending damage. And no title or ranking points are worth that risk.